How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews, back to another review. A little bit of Oktoberfest time in the form of Daredevil Brewing's Oktoberfest. Yeah, Daredevil. I didn't have anything from these guys pretty much for forever. And then buddy of mine, Joel, brought back a Prowler, reviewed that. It's quite nice. I ended up getting a couple cans of stuff from the brewery. Thank you very much, guys. And this is one of them. This is actually the 1st of October, so it's kind of, apropos, I guess you would say. I mean, Oktoberfest is really more in September than October, but I forget what it is. It's the first Monday in October is the end of October. I don't remember. Anyway, we're going to review it, see what she's got. Now, this actually says here, German-style Oktoberfest is an authentic traditional lager. An authentic German lager true to the classic style that derives a rich, toasty, and bready malt flavor with a fresh and crisp and dry finish. Prost. And that's pretty much it. It doesn't say it's a Marzen, and it probably is. They say traditional German-style lager, but usually most people go out of their way to actually write Marzen on the can. That's typically your more traditional style German Oktoberfest beer, but meh. Anyway, label-wise, it's cool. I like their logo. I like their cans. They're cool. They remind me somewhere between the Daredevil thing, kind of, it just, pinstriping it kind of has going on the cans, which kind of makes sense to me. You think of, a Daredevil, you think of Evil Knievel, you think of racing, you think of cars, things like that. So the actual, kind of pinstriping, logo-y thing just kind of works for me, man. Just kind of like it. I don't know. Anyway, mumbled through that one. Let's mumble through this beer, see what she's got. Okay, so it looks like they're going with something maybe more just a base kind of lager. Because typically when you're talking about a Marzen, you're talking something that's quite a bit darker than this. So, usually, it can be this color too. But what we have here, figure in half, nice kind of creamy top to it. Nothing too crazy, pretty active, kind of explosive kind of bubbles going throughout there. There's a little bit of Dirty Glass Mafia, but at the same time, you know what I mean? It's pretty violent stuff. Like, the head is kind of crumbling on top of itself, and the actual, bubbles themselves are fast, quick. Does it make any sense? It's not slow and soft. And you got a nice, rich, kind of non-hazy, magnifying glass clear kind of copper color to it. So, looks like pennies. Hopefully it doesn't taste like pennies. Let's see if we can get a nose on her. That is a nutty, biscuity malt right there. That's basically all you're getting. Nice nutty malt. Maybe a little bit, just a touch of a sweetness to it outside of your base sweet maltiness. Kind of like a little brown sugar thing going on there. Yeah, but it's biscuity. It's bready. It's nutty. It smells like a lager. A little bit more of a malt backbone to it than your typical ones, which is kind of where your Marzens kind of lean. It smells somewhere between a traditional lager and a Marzen, let's put it that way. Let's dive in, see what she's got. Yeah, that'd be a lager. That'd be a robust lager. People say robust porters, robust this, robust that. That's what this is. This is not a lager, this is a robust lager. It is very nutty. That's the word I'm getting on this. A brown bread nuttiness is the descriptors that just keep kind of popping into my head. And crisp cleanliness also pops in there too. It's clean, tasty, finishes pretty quick. A little bit of lingering nuttiness, a little maltiness, a little breadiness. Not much as far as hops are concerned, any kind of hops floating around in there. This is a chugger beer. This is what Oktoberfest is supposed to be. It's a beer you want to drink, and you want to drink a lot of. I don't think I mentioned the ABV on this, because it's not on here. He actually sent me a note, the brewer did, going over ABVs on all the beers, but I refused to look at it, because I didn't want to get any information on them at all. But just from taste, it's got to be right around 5. A little less, a little bit more than 5% alcohol by volume. If not, then I'm wrong. But yeah, this is one of the better. Well, let's save that for a minute. This is a really well done lager, but it's a way more robust and way more, I don't know, vibrant. It's way more, don't want to say earthy because it's usually a hop kind of thing, but it's that bready nuttiness, the nutty. Keep going back to that nuttiness. It just kind of rings through this whole thing, and it kind of does it for me. It's somewhere south of like your hazelnut kind of beers, but it's somewhere in between. So it's like kind of like half lager, half Marzen, have a little side threesome with hazelnut brown ale. That's pretty much what I'm getting, and it's pretty freaking tasty. For what it is. Now, a lot of people go into beers, and I've been saying this as of late, I can't help myself. A lot of people go into beers going, this beer sucks. Because what everybody expects is one or two different styles of beer that they like. Not going into a beer and appreciating the beer for what it is. And that's what you have to do. If you're, like, going into a beer like this, expecting hop craziness and these New England style IPAs, or, pastry stoutiness, or just huge malty barley wineness, you're not going to get it, because that's not what you're signing up for with the beer like this. So you have to understand what you're getting into. You can't just be like, this beer's mediocre because it doesn't give me the things that I want. Well, you're not buying the beer that's supposed to give you the things you want. I'm not going to get in that whole rant again. What I'm saying is, as far as lagers go, it's probably one of the better ones I've had, if not one of the best ones I've had in a while. Just that nutty thing kind of does it for me. I'm a sucker for hazelnut beer, so you kind of combine that with the lager base. You don't get a ton of like lager yeastiness off of it, so it's not like a huge kind of like overt kind of lager thing with that dry lager yeast. A little bit of funky fruitiness that I typically get from lagers, but it's definitely drinkable, it's chuggable, and it's impactful for what it is. So let's talk about it. Is it one of the better lagers I've had as of late? Yes. For me, especially what it's trying to do, when the beer it's trying to be, it is doing that, and doing that a little bit bigger, a little bit bolder, a little bit more drinkable than a lot of other beers do it. That's pretty fucking cool. Let's see, value and availability, I have no idea. I don't know if it's brewery only. Don't know what it's cost. Somebody out there, please let me know. And just say if you like what we like this. If you like a lot of the traditional German-style lagers, or even Oktoberfest beers, and you want something a little bit more robust, because even though traditional Marzens are typically darker and kind of a maltier beer, this actually rises above that, even though it doesn't look it based off of the color. So you're getting a lot of those Oktoberfesty beer vibes, but in a much more concise, more impactful package, and that doesn't suck. So there you go, another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. If you didn't, anywhere in between, down there, words and stuff and things. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Untapped, Massive Beers, all four of those places for this dude if you want to check him out anywhere else. Yeah, and there you go. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice Oktoberfest lager right now, and hope to see you next time. Cheers.